Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Laratips. In today's video, we'll be looking at how we can read 100,000 records from a CSV file within very few milliseconds, which will be around 2000 times faster than how we do it traditionally. So let's get started. Here I have a class called users extractor from CSV, and here under storage, app, private, I have users.csv. I have this method getAll, which will return a collection. This is a traditional way of loading the CSV and getting the data. So here I am initializing the collection. I am opening this users.csv file, which is present over here, and I am looping through each and every line of that CSV file and storing the name, email verified at, and status on the items collection, which is over here. And if it gets at the end of the CSV file, then it will return false. So this while loop will exit and will close the opened file and then return the collection items which you have stored over here. And if you look here in the CSV file, the first row is name, email verified at, and status, and all the others are the rows. And let me show you here at the bottom, there are 100,000 records over here. And also you can see here, if the row is 1, then we have skipped it because on the first row, we have these headers. And also there is another method which is getAll lazily, which will return the lazy collection. And you can read about the lazy collection on the Laravel documentation, and it utilizes the PHP generators, which will make our code much more faster. Now let's see how it works. So here under the lazy collection, we'll pass static make method, and all the code below is similar to that we have over here, but instead of this one, we'll just do yield, and it will not load everything into the memory at once. Whenever we try to access the data from here, then only it will be loaded to the memory, which means that each item will be loaded to the memory one by one. And here I have a command by which we will be testing the benchmarks. I have called the command name as benchmarks. And first of all, let's see what getAll gives us. It will actually give us the collections. So here in the new tab, I'll say PHP artisan benchmarks. PA means PHP artisan for me. And if I hit enter, then you can see here it is loading everything into the memory and giving us all the users that are present in the CSV file. And if we go here at the top, then it is returning the Laravel collection. But now instead of getAll, let's say getAll lazily. Now let us run it. And it is giving us the lazy collection. And you can see here, it is not loading everything from the CSV file into the memory right now. It will only use the memory whenever we access the records. And you might have guessed how fast it is going to be. So now, let me remove this. So here, I am just getting the first user normally and the first user lazily. I am just showing you the records for now. So here I'll run it. And you can see both are giving us the same data, but it will be slower and it will be faster. And let me show you the benchmarks. So this is the benchmark class from the Laravel, which is this Illuminate support benchmark. And here under the DD, we can pass the array, and it will basically give us how much time did it take to run this code. This one will run 5 times, and this one will also run 5 times, and it will give us the average time taken because we have mentioned over here 5. Now let me run the command, and you can see here the normal code took about 127 milliseconds. But the code that is using Laravel LazyCollection or the PHP generators is only taking 0.027 milliseconds. And now let us calculate how fast it is. And you can see here the results, it is 4,700 times faster if we are only getting the first result from the data. And the difference I already told you that this code is loading everything into the memory and then giving us the first results, whereas this code is not loading everything to the memory. Whenever we ask it for the first record, then only that thing will be loaded to the memory and then we'll get the results. That's why it is very much faster. Now let us also look at some other examples. So here, let us go over here. So now it will take 10 results instead of 1. So it is just getting the first results, but here we are taking 10 results and then testing the benchmark. So let us uncomment this one as well. And now let us again run, and you can see here it is again much more faster. And if you want to see the results also, I'll show you that as well. So this is the results and PA benchmark, and you can see here the results. So this is lazily and this is not lazily. So they will give us the same results. And let us also see how much faster it is. And you can see here it is 3,300 times faster. Now let us see one more example. Let me comment this out. And let us see the DD. So here we are only getting the email verified users from the CSV file on both the cases. And we are only taking the 10 just to show you how the data looks like. So here, let me run the benchmarks and you can see the results over here. This is the lazily loaded and This is the normal one, which is similar as before, but it will only give us the data that have email verified at as not null. Let me comment it and let me again benchmark it. And let us run the benchmarks. And here you can again see the lazily loaded data is much more faster. And again, let us calculate how faster is it. And it is also 3800 times faster. So from next time, whenever you are loading data from the CSV file, make sure you utilize the PHP generators instead of the normal way. And in Laravel, we can use LazyCollection to do that. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.